And so how's it been going? You said since spring break.
Since spring break.
So I should explain to our viewers that now it is the very beginning of May.
Oh, right. So this has been about, about 6 weeks. Yeah, 6, 7 weeks.
Excuse me. I should also mention that we are filming today in the Ohio University's Women's Center, as always. So as always, I thank you very much. Sorry, ladies.
Yeah.
Let's continue. So it's been not quite 2 months.
It's been an adjustment because my husband and I are both still working. So we're juggling. Thankfully, because we're only trying to attempt this at this point for 1 quarter, and she's very involved with her music lessons, and we're getting outside, and we're not accomplishing as much. I still feel that sense of unease with the kind of curriculum and like getting through the academic subjects.
Totally. When I pulled my oldest, I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I know nothing about this. And I researched all of the things and then bought all of the things.
Yes. Yes.
We gotta talk about that.
Yeah. So we're still kind of figuring this out. She's got such a strong base that, particularly if we determine that going back to school is best for her next year, I think that will be fine. I'm kind of fine with her doing a lot of reading right now, doing a lot of outside time. That's what I felt like we were really lacking. She just didn't have the energy to do that outside time or be sociable after school. She was pretty tired and grumpy. So if we can kind of even use this time for that, then I'm trying to let my type A,
like a reset for her.
Let it be a reset. Yeah, absolutely, and get kind of some priorities straight, and then make maybe a more clear-headed decision about where to go from here.
All right.
So yeah, that's a roundabout way of saying it's been a little rocky for this mom. But we're doing some good things too, I think.
Yeah. Well, I want to ask about the difference, or is there a difference in your mind between online schooling and homeschooling, and if so, which are you doing?
There's definitely a difference. The online schooling is through the public school system, so it is still run by the public school system. So our children are still being taught by the standards that public school, holds children to and stuff. Whereas, what do I want to say? Conventional homeschooling would be the parents and the children. Usually it's the parents, but we involve our children ourselves in their curriculum and in their learning, and we just kind of go with what we and they feel they need to be learning and doing at that moment.
Okay.
That's us. There are so many different ways to homeschool, though. So.
Yeah, I've never done the online homeschooling thing, but I know a lot of people who have taken their kids out of public school and they went to the online schooling, and then they transitioned to conventional homeschooling. Because, like you said, you get nervous about, am I teaching them everything they need to know? Are they going to fall behind if we don't get something? And so they feel more comfortable taking a step to the online schooling where the curriculum is laid out and they can get a feel for what that is. And some people, the online schooling works great. I do know a couple families that do the online public schooling and it works for them.
Okay.
Some people transition out of that though and go to more conventional homeschooling, which even within conventional homeschooling there's people that do more of a classical education.
It goes from classical to unschooling.
Unschooling, people
there's
that don't.
such a wide variety.
Unschooling.
I kind of want to say.
What's that?
We do that quite a bit. I was going to mention, though, about the online public school. When saying it's run by the public school system and that, I'm not saying that's a negative thing. It's just that's the difference is
the parents control the
right.
versus the school is
you're
still
just at home, but doing the same kind of educational subjects as opposed to. I always
in
hate
like
the
how
word
quickly
homeschooling.
you're doing it too. Like because the online public schools, they have more requirements.
We do a lot of home learning.
Well, I always thought parent-led education would just be a much more. I'm going to start that. I'm going to try to make that catch on because there is so much. I mean, we don't spend that much time at home.
Oh, so you're saying
when
you
we're
don't like the
homeschooling.
term homeschooling?
No.
Parent-led education. I like that.
Parent-led education. Don't you think that's a better
I like that.
moniker for that?
I do. You think-
Because, you know, sometimes, you know, a lot of the families I know that homeschool, they may have a 1 day a week program that's privately run that they send their child to. You know, another family that lives in our neighborhood, they've got their daughter doing internships and things like that. So there's a lot of real life learning. I mean, as a matter of fact, yesterday, our homeschool activity of the day is I needed to run up to sort of the Logan Lancaster area to do something for work, and so I took my daughter with me, and then we hiked at Clear Creek Metro Park, and that was a 2-hour activity. But we saw a flying squirrel. Have you ever seen a flying squirrel?
Only on TV.
Yeah.
I have.
I mean, you have? I've never seen a flying squirrel before. So it flew over our heads and like landed on the tree. And I was like, what in the world? I mean, I kind of heard it land. And then we were with another homeschooling child who said, flying squirrels are actually the most common squirrels in the United States, but because they're nocturnal, most people don't see them. That's the first one I've ever seen. They're more common than gray squirrels. And I was like, oh,
Wow.
So,
And you know, the thing about that, my kids will shoot off of some pretty crazy facts about things. And it's, you were mentioning parent-led education. Child-led education is also a huge...
there you go. Parent and child-led.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
I like
a
it.
huge term used in the homeschooling
Oh,
world.
is it?
because-
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Like
it-
minds, right? Great minds.
Yes.
Think alike, right?
But with that, with homeschoolers, we always say that our mind is just constantly tuned into learning. You know, everything is a learning experience. And so we'd see that flying squirrel, and if my children did not know about it, Mom, give me your phone, you know, and they're Googling, all right, let's look up the facts about flying squirrels. Then they're testing each other and quizzing each other
Right.
and
Wow.
talking about it. And, you know, and that's kind of,
You're standing back saying, this is it. This is what it's about, right?
That's what I find great about homeschooling is the children learn how to educate themselves.
Yes.
And I think that is so important, especially going into college and stuff, you know, because you go from public school to college, and public school they're told, you know, what they need to do to learn and everything.
Where to
rather
be
than,
and when. And
Yes,
yeah.
exactly. And then they go to college and it's like, it's so different. And I feel like, and this is public school and homeschool children, I mean, parents do this for their children, is teach them how to, what's the word I'm looking for?
manage your time. Maybe that's
Time
not what.
management and
The
just
soft skills.
learn it
Life
on your
skills.
own. Yes, exactly. And so it's just kind of cool that they do that. But that's child-led learning is very big in unschooling as well.
Yes.